There's an old African proverb that says, "It takes a village to raise a child." There's another old African proverb that says, if you hear an old African proverb quoted in a TED Talk or on a website somewhere, it's probably not an African proverb. But regardless of the origin of the saying, the principle behind it is true. It does take a village to raise a child. The first week on the Parenting Minute, or 2 or 3, we discussed the fact that you, their parent or guardian, are the single most important influence in their lives. And last week, we encouraged you by pointing out the fact that you are not the only influence they need, that they need other voices speaking into their lives. This could raise a problem. What if you, the most important influence in their lives, and the other influences in their lives aren't working together? At best, it won't be as influential or powerful as it could be, and at worst, it could be detrimental because you could find yourself working in opposite directions. That's why it's important to realize that 2 combined influences will make a greater impact than just 2 influences. This is what we at Ginsburg Church call the orange factor. You see, the color yellow represents light. It represents the church because the church is described as the light of the world. On the other hand, the color red represents warmth. It represents the home because home is where the heart is. Working separately is good and can have a good impact. But when we work together, when we make orange, we can have a much greater impact in the lives of our children. God has initiated 2 powerful influences in the world, the church and the home. They both exist for the same reason, to demonstrate His plan of redemption and restoration to the world. There's way too much at stake for either of these institutions to fail, and the best chance for them to succeed, for them to have the greatest impact in the world, well, they have to work together. They have to work together. So you're invited to a bigger story. It's a story of life change. It's a story of healed relationships. It's a story in which 2 separate but related groups work together to point kids to Jesus. And with that invitation, we encourage you to establish a lifestyle where you widen the circle. Imagine the end. Fight for the heart. Create a rhythm. Make it personal. What do these mean? Well, stick with us over the coming weeks and you'll find out. And as we move forward together, we want to make a few guarantees. You will still get tired as a parent. You will still feel clueless much of the time. Your kids will still behave how they want to behave. You will still lose sleep worrying about your kids, and you will still wonder if you're a good parent. But we can guarantee one other thing, that your relationship with your kids and with the other people they need in their lives will move in a better direction. And we think that's a win.